serotonin. That's a cool type mix. Oxycontin mixing with balloons. Used to let her feeling like a zoo type mix.
What is going on, YouTube? Just wanted to start off this video. First of all, welcome back to another video, and today is going to be a couple different things, as you saw from the title, a little bit of a different kind of video. And today's video is going to be just kind of me like standing here talking to you guys about a couple of things, breaking down a couple things throughout my life that I have like felt that have helped me out tremendously and that I've learned through my journey, or you know, things like that. My name is Alex Moore. I'm a 20-year-old that live over in Connecticut. I have my own landscaping business that I've been attending to for like 4 years, almost 5 years now. I work in a restaurant as well, which I've been in the restaurant industry for about 6 years, almost 7 years, doing all bunch of different kinds of things in restaurants, wedding catering, stuff like that. So I've been doing that, but right now I'm currently residing in a restaurant. I've been at the same restaurant for almost 2.5 years. So, and I'm an investor as well, so stuff like that. A couple different kinds of incomes that I have, and I will be sharing with you guys a couple different things that I do with those, you know, incomes that I have. Kind of wanted to spend this video talking about some stuff, some things throughout my life that I've learned, some lessons that I've picked up, and I feel like I could share with you guys when it comes down to like working, when it comes down to working hard. And when I say working, I don't even necessarily mean like your job or what you do for work or stuff like that. Work, you know, I just mean your general like motivation. A little bit about me before we get into the video. My name is Alex Moore, like I stated before. I didn't mean to rhyme there. Started working in the restaurant industry. It really does pull a lot of motivation for me because it's a good way to communicate with people. I do love learning about foods and stuff like that, but honestly it was always about becoming a server for me. I always wanted to serve. I always saw the opportunity to, you kind of choose your own money. You choose the money that you make. You're not based hourly, you know, you're based off of the money that you can draw in from your customers. And it's not to say that you're only working to get money out of people, because it's not what you're doing, but you are, you know, that's kind of what the job is. You're going and you're trying to upsell as much as you can, oversell as much as you can, add on as much as you can, and pile up that bill and pile up that good service. That way in the end you're getting as much tip as possible with the highest, you know, possible bill as well. So you want to make your restaurant happy and you want to make your customer happy, that way you could be happy. So I really enjoy that kind of aspect of the restaurant. I don't really think I need to work with people in order for the job to be done well. I should be responsible for the job being done well from my end. If you can really know how to like just be friends with a customer, bro, and just act like a human being, not be over the top like a robot, and just serve people good food, good service, don't bother them too much, just check in when you gotta check in, and then that's it. Be chill about it. Don't do too much, and just make sure they have a good time, they have good service. Give the best possible service, because it truly is all that matters at the end. It's going to matter for you. You're going to get the most amount of money. You're going to make the restaurant the happiest, and that's the best thing you can do, is just provide really excellent service, you know. And if you can do that at the end of the day, you're going to be a good server. Also, that's the other thing that I love about serving. You can take that shit anywhere, bro. And I went over, when I visited Niagara Falls, I was in a couple different steakhouses and stuff like that right on the strip, and these people were telling me, man, if I ever wanted to come down here, I had the great personality for it. They would love to have me in the restaurant. And I told them, I'm like, I'm already a server, you know. And they're like, oh, it makes so much sense, because you carry yourself in a way, if it's just you're nice to people, you're pushing that good interaction and good communications. Even when I'm not at work, it's just kind of how I act with people now. So it's really cool to see that I could jump over to Niagara Falls and go find a steakhouse over there, work on the strip if I ever move down there. I don't mean to say the strip, you know, it sounds weird, but you know what I'm talking about, the strip right at Niagara Falls. But yeah, it's so cool to know that you really can take this anywhere if you do have the drive and the passion for it. And that's really what I found in the restaurant industry. I meet a lot of people, and it also builds a whole lot of connections, man. You are all day, every day, your job is to talk to random people coming through the door and to serve them food and make them happy. They're eating food in front of you. Who is a happier person than who's eating their food? You know what I'm saying? You're hungry, you want something to eat, and you're finally eating, bro. You are in the best possible mood. So your job is to attend to these types of people. It's the perfect time to make connections, to make friends, to introduce yourself and what you do. I give people my business card all the time when I'm serving them food at the end of the meal. I'll just leave it with them after I give them a good time and good service. And then I get another customer in my business. You know what I'm saying? And it's so cool how you can just connect with people and meet people, and all it takes is a smile, a good conversation. You lead yourself correctly, and that's it. You know, that's all it takes. So I really have found that I want to highlight here that connections, but building connections. You don't start with any connections. You know how people say, oh, that's great and all, how he's doing this and they're doing that. It's because they know so-and-so. Well, how do you think they met so-and-so? You know, because they didn't know this person at first, but they went out and they shook their hand and they met them and they introduced themselves. That's how you meet people. You know, you just got to be willing to take that extra step and say that I'm not going to go to work today just to go to work today. I'm going to go to work today to see what I could do when I, run into these people and get put in these situations, what I could do differently to even promote my other job and my other business, or what I could do when I go to work today to make the most amount of money, where I could take this customer's experience. They're going to remember my name and they're going to want to come back again and they're going to want to ask for me. So I just made another customer at this job again. So you want to be finding things that you can do every day with customers that is just going to make your job tomorrow even better and even easier. That's all you're doing every day. That's really what I'm trying to focus on in my life. I need to, try and get one person to stick. They're going to come back. I'm going to see this person again. And I'm introducing myself to 10 people a day that are not my table, that I'm not serving. I'm giving myself things to do throughout the day that are just things that you're ordinarily not seeing people doing, I used to be like that too. Like, I used to dread life, even though I chose it, even though I signed up for it, I would still be like, I don't want to go do it. I don't feel like doing this. I don't feel like doing this and that. And I make excuses and blah, 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 just because, just because. There's no actual reason. It's just I didn't want to go to work and make money. How does that even make sense? How do you not want to go make money? You know what I'm saying? So I kind of just changed my attitude. I said to myself, what are things I can do when I'm there to make this above and beyond? And it's just kind of helped me a whole lot. But ultimately, what's fun about work is the money that you make. Work is not supposed to be fun. You're not supposed to go to work and say, I'm having a good time, I'm having a lot of fun today. The only fun part about work is the amount of money that you make. What's fun about it is that you could go to work and you can make more money than other people, or you can make more money yourself than you made last week, or you made last month, or you made last year. That's the fun part about work, is that you can continue to get better. You could always be progressing. That's the only fun part, because work isn't supposed to be fun. It's work. You're working hard. You get tired, you're exhausted. But if you're focusing on the correct things, there's fun aspects to it. Because then you could say, okay, I just made this amount of money last week. I just made this amount of money last month. What can I do this month at work to make it more fun? That way in a month I'm saying, oh, I just made double this amount of money this month. Now what can I do this month to make it even better? And then every month you're climbing this ladder, but it's actually getting more successful and more successful. I've really, and I've talked about this in past videos before, I've just really lost my confidence in my own self over these past, I would say 2 to 3 years. I used to be the most confident kid. I used to talk to everybody. I used to want to know everything about everybody and everybody's story. And I used to approach every single situation with a smile, looking to talk to everyone about everything. I was just the most open personality, the happiest kid. I really was. It's not just something I'm saying. And I really, over these last couple years, have lost that, aspect to me. And my head has hit the ground. Just find myself walking like this. My posture died. My ability to hold a smile and just want to talk to people just faded. And it was absolutely because of myself. And I didn't even realize it. I was absolutely just losing the confidence in myself. In the moment, you don't see it. I'm not noticing these things in the moment. You don't notice yourself disassociating from people and fading away from people until it's happened, until you've already drifted. I used to want to make music. I used to have such a passionate music career. Then I started to really get into that music and want to put it out there. And I just hit this wave of, this isn't even good. You're not even good at this. It's not what you even can do. No one's going to want to hear this, blah, blah, blah. And then you just torture yourself out of even loving that anymore. And then a year went by and I said, I haven't wrote music in forever. You know what I'm saying? What happened to, I used to write music all day, every day. So it's just things like that you notice in your life, but you don't notice until it's already gone. I'm not saying how you walk around physically every day, but it's really how you carry yourself and how you lead yourself. I never went openly talking to people anymore. I was never, like I said, I wasn't talking to people. I wasn't open to walking down the streets and just saying hi to people anymore and smiling and waving to people. I became that weird teenage kid. I was just your typical teenager. I wasn't happy. I was grumpy. I was slouchy. I was boring. I was nobody you want to be around. Ultimately a good thing to be confident in yourself, to be happy with yourself. I can't stress that enough, man. I've really just had to come to terms with you can't keep beating yourself up. You can't keep beating yourself up. All I did for years was beat on myself and just mentally abuse the hell out of myself, is you're not good enough, you'll never be, I hate you, and I just hated myself. I just turned on the only person that I had. You are the only person you have, and when you realize how much you've turned on yourself, it's a very, very, very sad thing. I can't stress it enough. It'll break your heart. It really will break your heart to see that you have tried to pull yourself away from yourself so much and that you hate yourself. How could you hate yourself? Excuse me. I used to be able to just be by myself and be happy. You know what I'm saying? You could put me a week by myself. If you told me I had to be a week in isolation, I'd be like, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I'd go find something to do for a fucking week. Now it's like, it's just, you notice that you're not okay with being alone. You're upset because I'm not in a relationship or nobody loves me and no one pays attention to me. But the younger version of yourself, I didn't give a fuck if anyone paid attention or cared about me or anything like that. I just love myself. I love being with myself and doing things and enjoying my own time and enjoying my own presence, and that's the beauty about being a kid and being innocent in a way, is that you kind of have that aspect to yourself. But you don't have to lose that. You have to gain it back to yourself, and that's how you got to live your life. And that's really what I've noticed, is that you got to love yourself. You don't love yourself, man. First of all, who is going to love you? That is so damn true. Everybody heard that before. If you're not going to love yourself, who's going to love you? Nobody. Who's going to love you? It doesn't even make any sense. And that's something that is super, super true. And we all say, yeah, that's so true. We all know it, but we don't all apply it. I definitely didn't apply it to myself for a long time. And it just led to very, very bad things. Digging myself in such a hole. I got on drugs. It was just horrible. I was losing from pushing people away in my life. And my daily attitude was horrible. I would just wake up, leave my room in already a grumpy ass, pissy ass mood, and just not want to deal with nothing that had to do with nothing, and I'm angry at everything. It was a bad time in my life, and I really had to just take a step back and say, what is going on? And what is going on? And it's a process that I will not be able to fix within myself for years down the road. It's going to take a long time to build back up. But what I'm saying is that if you can have that confidence and that love behind yourself, where I know what I am, I know what I love to, this is what I love to do, this is my passion, this is what I believe in, these are my beliefs, all these things, and you know this about yourself, and you are completely happy and truly okay with who you are. You can't get any better than that, and that's how everybody has to be, man, because you're gonna get nowhere just beating on yourself. You hate yourself. Now understand, there's so many things about yourself that you can improve and get better at and just fix and tweak, but you gotta love yourself. You gotta love the fact that we're here. The fact that we were chosen to be here is, this likely. So you gotta love it, and it's a hard thing to love, of course, but we're all here. We're all trapped here. Nobody's getting out of this thing alive. So you just gotta live, and you just gotta have fun, and it's a lot easier said than done. And we all know this, but we all try our best. And that's the beauty about being a human being. It's the beauty about being a living thing. You can fail a million times and you can try again. That's the beauty of it. So keep working hard, keep trying. I just wanted to share a couple thoughts that I had in my head, a couple things that I was thinking about today before I head over to work. And yeah, just work hard, man. Do it with a smile, because I know it's not easy. I struggle with it every day, but it's a struggle that you want to have. You want to struggle with it. You want to be able to say, it was a hard day today, but guess what I did today? I worked hard, and I want to be able to take that away and know that's what I'm providing to people. It's not negative. And then people can say whatever they want about you, but you know what is true. You know what you do every day. You know how you lead your life, and that's all that matters. Love yourself, lead your life, the best way that you can, and struggle, because it's a beauty to struggle. It's a beauty to be here, Just don't get mad at yourself. Don't take it out on yourself. Take deep breaths, breathe, and we're all gonna be okay. And yeah, you guys have a good rest of your night, because it's cold out here. So I'm gonna get back to my car. I still have to, I did a run before this, so I'm in the middle of the woods, if you guys didn't already see, of course. But it's time for me to head out. Oh shit. I think a couple of things, I don't even know what I want to talk about.